And believe it or not, it is almost fall, so that means it's almost harvest season for our local farmers. One of our local farmers says all of the rain we've gotten has helped a lot. News 3's Danny Valle is live for us now and has an update.
Hey, Julie, I'm outside the news station here in Carterville, enjoying a really nice, beautiful day, a break from that intense heat we got last week. Now, of course, you remember that last heat wave we got in late June. That had farmers in a bind. They were worried at the time that they didn't have enough rain for their crops, but then after the calendar flipped, some of their luck changed.
Our yards are still growing. Our pastures are in better shape than they've ever been in.
Back in June, Larry Miller's crops were in a rough patch, but when the calendar flipped to July, so did his luck.
We've had 13 inches of rain here since the 1st of July, which is totally unheard of, and it's been a godsend, really has.
And Miller says that's a lot of rain for July and August, critical months for corn and soybeans.
I think we have a better than average crop out there at this point.
Scouts with the Pro Farmer Midwest Crop Tour found both soybean pod counts and corn yield prospects were up this year. And right now, Miller's expecting the later planted corn to do better than corn planted earlier.
And that is not a normal thing. The statistics show that earlier planted corn does better than the later planted corn.
Miller believes there's more moisture left in the soil than he thought. Visiting nearby farmers, he learned not all of them had the same luck.
As I've drove through a lot of the Midwest in the last month or so, and I've seen a lot of areas where corn's hurt pretty severely, and some of the better growing areas in the mid part of the state have some good corn, but they also have some areas where it's not been as good.
Last week's intense heat didn't do much to stop his crop's momentum. That's why he's lucky to have so much rain in the months that historically produce the least rain.
The crop has the potential, soybeans, to be better than we've had in several years. Corn, the later corn is going to be better than the early corn. We had a good corn crop last year. I'm hoping for above average in corn yields and bean yields. The rain has solved our problem, and we're thankful for it.
Now, Miller says the corn is ready to go. It is now waiting to dry off. However, he says the soybeans could use a little bit more rain, but if he doesn't get it, still he's expecting a hopefully a higher bean yield than in previous years. Now, their harvest season begins next month and goes into early October. Reporting live here outside the news station in Carterville, I'm Danny Valle, News 3.